Hello, my kobolds and creatures, and welcome to what I think is now episode 15 of Age of Scales on Minecraft Vanilla series thing. So, today we have a bit of a different plan. I'm actually away at the moment, so there may be some changes to audio. There might be some strange cuts in case the neighbours or anything make a bit of noise. Between episodes, I have added a few things into the world. Not anything big. No. I'm actually after feathers. I'm trying to get arrows for my bow. I'll have to do something about that and try and get a good sword. What I have been doing is a bit of off-camera mining, which I'll probably do a bit more of here and there as the episode progresses. But mostly we're going to tidy up that diamond mine that we started last episode. Oh, some arrows there. Yeah, finish up that diamond mine we were working on last episode, and maybe work on a smaller, more manageable build that we can probably get finished in today's episode, because this thing is pretty big, and the andesite mine needed is going to be pretty large. So just smelting up a few bits here and there. Again, materials have gone up a little bit, and whilst we are here, I'm going to do some upgrades on camera. Did make a second diamond pickaxe, so we're not going to use up our enchanted one as quickly. I will have to do some, go down to the spider mines at some point, and where's my wood? There it is. Yeah, and get some levels so I can enchant all this stuff properly. Yeah, diamond axe. Already got quite a nice shovel. So you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and change out into some diamond armor. So I'm not gonna die as frequently. I'm still gonna get killed way too often. I mean, the problem I'm having at the moment are creatures just jumping down from the roof of this building. There's like little gaps between the walls and the roof. Actually, I have torches, don't I? Yes, but before I do that, I should probably put this on. There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Wrong button. I'm always doing that, aren't I? Pressing the wrong buttons and making a mess. But there we are, full diamond armor, and you know what? It actually looks quite nice on this skin. I'm quite happy with that. So before we go off and get the iron mine done, let's just run a quick errand and throw some torches up on the top of this wall, because I keep getting mobs just absolutely bombarding me, falling from the rooftops and causing problems. So I'm just gonna torch spam for now. I'll have to think of a more permanent solution when, can I? Yeah, I can. Yeah, think of a permanent solution when we get back to building this. Problem is now, how am I going to get down without hurting myself? Is there a bed in the middle of the room there? But okay, I might have to do like underswing. Nope, that didn't work. So I'm going to put these diamonds away, sort out my chests, grab some tools, and I'm going to get started detailing up that diamond mine with you all. I will be back in a moski. So, from last episode, this is all we have of our diamond mine. We have a little drop shaft and a campfire, and I've been decorated a little by some passing skeletons, but that is of no mind. We need to have the... Oh, I made a bed to put in here, but there's already one here. I'm going to widen this out and get started. I might as well do this on camera because this is going to be a bit of a strange, organic-ish build, and I don't know what I'm doing. As is tradition at this point, making it up as I go along without much rhyme or reason to anything. You know what, we can start off with building a crafting table of some description and placing it in our home away from home in this room here, making the basics so that we don't need to run home every time we need something if we're in the diamond mine. What else do we want? I need a chest, so we can make one of these. You know, a barrel would look a little nicer. Let's extend this out a bit more. I should have thought of a plan. That probably would have been a good idea, to have a plan of some kind before just deciding to wing it. Let's just dump all this in here. And you know what? I am not going to do this on camera. This is going to be a bit of a mess trying to get this done. And it's not going to be very organically made. So I'll try and work on something and I'll just cut back to you when I've done it. Okay, so we have done some progress on our diamond mine. We've put in a bit of a road that connects the back of the rock house down to our diamond mine. Still need to do like a ceiling area because the road sort of cuts into it, so I'll have to finish that at some point. But we have a nice little opening bridge across the water, some kelp and lily pads to sort of detail that out. Then we get to the main mine itself. We go over here and we have this nice little storage like area with a bed and the basics and a nice little minecart. And that's all it is. That's most of my decorating is when you're doing these tiny of projects. Yeah, just throw in a bunch of barrels and other random stuff, chimneys, rotate the blocks so they don't all look the same, put some trapdoors to cover that texture. I'm not a big fan of the barrel texture here on the side, so you just stick a trapdoor on and cover that up. But that also implies that this is a barrel when it clearly isn't. Little tricks like that keep your detailing going. And of course, some particle effect or some movement just to bring a bit of life to the area. A bit of diamonds that I'm not sure if they fit, but at least it's like marking that it's a diamond mine. The chains, the actual drop mine behind all this, where you got the ladders. I might get another piece just to go there for the ladders. And the actual drop chute is here, and you can walk through with the signs, but it looks like it's boarded off then. It is dangerous, it's, you know, you've got to be careful dropping down into the mines. Another campfire, and in here we just have a small little restroom. You know, a bed, the basics. Oh, I should clear that out really. Just a few bits and pieces to kind of mark, okay, we've left the mine, we need to sleep before we go anywhere else. That's why I like doing these in every build. Every mine, every house needs a bed and a bit of an emergency storeroom so I'm not wandering around at night. Now, you know, there's nothing special about the drop mine itself, it just goes down into an undecorated hole. I do think I'm going to have to do something with the outside area here, but that's probably figuring it out for later. And there's a hole here, it was decorated, but then we had a bit of a creeper, so I need to fix that in a moment. Now, we need another project for today's episode, and I think I do have a few ideas. Some houses we sort of hinted at previously, and I think it's a perfect time now to start working on some more of these decorative type houses. And also, words. And it's also a good opportunity to just make some builds. My anvil's gone. I had moved up to the enchanter because, you know, I was enchanting things, running down here to combine it, then running back up there to enchant it again. But I still want a blacksmith here. I'll probably have to like build up the side here, make another retaining wall of some kind, and build up a blacksmith in this area. I don't have a plan, and I can't time lapse it, but what I'll do is kind of checkpoint it. So I'll do a bit, come back, and maybe do a bit of this on camera as well. We'll see. We shall see. So let me go gather some supplies, the basics of what I need, get a bit of a foundation in place, and we'll see where this is going from here. I need a plan. I need to plan more. And we're back. just decided to add a few little details on the foundation of a rock house, give it a bit more interest. Still going to have to keep working on that bits and pieces here and there, but it's an improvement. Now, let's just hurry up and get to the foundation of our new build before we have another background noise ruin the recording again. Alright, so introductions, descriptions, cobblestone base like we've got, deep slate, whatever foundational pillar thingies to give it a bit more interest. Diorite in the middle sections, because as we were doing rock house itself, we decided to check over the materials, and diorite's one I want to try out. And it doesn't look too bad, especially since it's going to be a blacksmith. We don't really want to be making anything too flammable. I mean, we've got a wooden floor, but we're probably going to branch out with a bit of cobblestone around the forge and other bits. I need to figure out where I'm going to place this forge actually. That might be something I can do now on camera. I'll just do it with cobblestone for now, and then I'll build it properly. See, I'm thinking if we bring it out here, then we can add a nice little chimney area there. I think that's not a bad idea. So if we just break those out, put those there, and we're going to do like a large forge thing here, which will probably try and mask a smelter in here somewhere. A mix of furnaces and hoppers, so we can just leave it running and not have to be manually checking it. I think that's at least a start for now. Floor wise, we do need to sort of tear it up a little and think how this is going to work, because not all the floor would be, well, there's a pig under there, not all the floor would be wood, but I want some of it to be. The idea is the forge is going to be downstairs, and there'll be like an attic space or a second floor that'd be used as a house for the blacksmith that lives here. That's not bad. What I'm going to do for my insanity is get rid of this pig, because you are going to keep making noise. Get... oh, wrong weapon. There we go. And there is some strange, like, random elements just placed around the floor. Nope, nope. Get the right thing on my inventory. There we go. Here we go. And I'll just hop up here, fill in that gap, and that is an improvement on the floor. Next step is to build up the diorite and the pillared areas, just so I've got first floor done. I'm going to do this in stages because I don't have replay mods, so I'll just do floor, get the basic idea, then I'll come back and we'll talk about how we're going to detail this section. Actually, there is just something I'm noticing now. I think there is a mistake on the build. There is. Isn't there? Yes, because... and that goes in. See, the pillars here, and then the birch goes in a block. So my diorite actually needs to go in one block, so I can put in some proper detailing. So good I've caught that now, rather than doing it. The choice is, though, do I shrink the interior or expand the exterior? Do I move all these pillars out, or do I push the diorite in? I am going to push the diorite in, because that way, when I go to do the interior, there will be less space to actually fill. Do I want that to be deep slate? I think I do, so there's a bit more variation on the interior as well. I'm going to do this, throw in the first story, make all these corrections, and I will get back to you all. Oh, don't you just love diorite? It just looks so beautiful, doesn't it? No, it's a hard block to work with to look nice. Luckily, I'll be covering it up with all the detailing and everything afterwards. But if I don't learn to use it, it will just get thrown in a chest and never used. So it's important to use the blocks that you don't like using, otherwise they're just going to stock up and fill up your inventories here and there. So I know it's getting late, but there is just a little bit of detailing I want to do on the inside, a bit of an interior thing. It's shrunken down a bit, there is less space to use, but less space is always good. And you know what, I'm going to get a bit more, reduce the space a little more by adding some more oak, into the inside. Further reducing the space that I can work with, but if there's anything I've learnt is from interiors, it is reduce the amount of space you need to work with. Make your walls thicker. If you have to do 2 wide walls so you have a nice interior colour, do that. If you want to add beams, you add them, because at the end of the day, interiors are a pain, and the best way to get past that is to just shrink the space down. Something I learnt from watching some Sims playthroughs a while back. That is a zombie. I have a sword, and I quickly just dispatch you. I'm going to go grab a sleep in a minute, but I might as well do the explanation of the next section before I get started. I'm going to do essentially the same that I've done with these other buildings. I'm not sure if I can keep the diorite up though, because like I've done with the other buildings, I've always made sure that the lower floor is different to the upper floor, just so it brings it up a little. I might experiment, try diorite first, and if I don't like the look of that, I might change it over to wool or something else. I think that is a plan. I don't have a great sword at this point. It only has knockback, but at least knockback gives you a bit of room for fighting. Anyway, anywho, I'm going to grab a sleep, and I am going to work a bit more on this house. I will be back. Oh, look at that. Buildings are coming together. Still got to finish 2 of them, but it's getting to have quite a bit of a skyline, a nice little build up of houses now, isn't it? I'm quite happy with how this is all beginning to shape up now. Our little blacksmith. I did decide to use wool. It's a little brighter than the diorite, so I think it works. You get a bit of variation in it as well. I think I'm gonna keep that as is. Can I get up here? At some point I think I need to like make a stairway beside this building so I don't have to keep circling around. Another thing which is nowhere near finished but sort of being put in is the chimney. I sort of want it trailing off this way-ish, like that. I'll need to refine the shape more when the rest of the building is sort of in place. But it's just sort of giving the idea of what I want to do, which isn't too bad. I think I might need to kind of widen it up near the top a little or something. Maybe. I'll have to figure that out. But there we go, we have a box. I'm noticing some minor mistakes here and there with the oak. I'm going to go quickly fix that on camera as I stall on what he's doing next. Inside we got the large chimney. Did have to move it to the other side of the wall. You've probably seen that before, but there just wasn't enough room having it on this wall anymore. So it all connects through, and what was I doing? I was looking for a certain piece that's out of place. That. Oh, I do so love these oak. What are they called? Just oak wood? Yep. I do so love those looks now. You get rid of that side texture when you don't want it. I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure there aren't any mistakes hiding anywhere like that. Another reason why what I need to do is figure out how this is all going to connect together with the rest of the house. But with it being a blacksmith, a good chimney is like Really important. So, next steps. What are we thinking? I still want it quite inspired by the original build. I'm going to need to just put a roof on. I'm assuming triangle there. And on this draw, we're going to have another triangle intersect into it. And we'll do that. So it will be kind of an L shape. Yeah, kind of. In terms of material though, same deep slate, polished deep slate surround. I'm going to need more of it before I get started. And I need to figure out a centralized material. We got the deep slate bricks on most of them, or we've got andesite that we've got in here, but we don't have a lot of it. I did grind some up in between, and it would be good to have more than one andesite build. That way the roofs don't look too out of place. You know what? I'm going to try and see if I have enough andesite. Nope, that's stone. Enough andesite to get started on that roof. Maybe. Yeah. That I don't need that much. I'll just take a few steps and come back and grab what I need when I need it. So that is the next step. I'm gonna throw on a roof and I will be back. And there we have it. The frame for our blacksmith is put in place. And it's not looking too bad. Now we got a roof in place that uses andesite, and did have to make an addition. We now have these like little lines in the design now, just to give it a bit more interest. And I think that's something I'm gonna have to put onto Rock House as well, to kind of give it that little extra pop that it needs. Now that's the box frame, but I still need to add in all the greeblies and details, windows and things to sort of finish it off. But that's probably gonna have to happen next episode because I am running out of time at this point. One other thing that does need finishing on the back is this chimney, as I've sort of had to destroy it to get the rest of the roof in place, as you can see. But I am quite happy with the frame of this. I have noticed though that it's kind of blocking all sight lines to the first house, but that's going to happen as we start building up more buildings. If we just jump down here, you can kind of see that we're slowly building up. It's slowly getting a bit more dense. We're slowly building up a bit of a town at this point. Still, gotta finish off these two, and I think that's going to be the focus of next episode. But that is the plan. I think I'm just going to get a nice visual from up on top of Spawn Tower and wrap things up. And there we have it. A nice little 360 of our town and how it stands so far. There's work to do still, yes, but it is coming along. We are making progress slowly but surely. We've got plans, we've got some variation now to the houses, so they're not all going to look the same, and there are things we can start adding. Before I go, there is a few things I need to wrap up though, a few little ideas and suggestions that still need to be resolved. Our cow down in our spider spawner still needs a name, so if anyone has any ideas, more than welcome to hear them. Also, another thing, the intro. Some of you may have noticed the music, the new logo. What do you think? I quite enjoy it, but as like making that has sort of taken time from the episode, but no matter. Episodes going forward, who knows? I need to get replay mods sorted, and I'm rambling, aren't I? Doing it again. We haven't got time for this. I have been Kobold Queen. You have been awesome. This has been Age of Scales, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.